And he told us when he was applying for colleges that he wanted to go into video game design. So he chose Michigan State University. It wasn't my choice. I would have rather him to be closer. I thought Michigan State was very far away, and it wouldn't have been my choice, but we embraced it very happily for him, and we were excited that he was going to go.
Christopher Galette. Chris is another Bay Ridge Prep student since kindergarten. He's creatively curious and always thinks of new questions to ask about how the world works. His teachers say he has a passion for politics, a talent for creative writing, and an eye for nuance. His skills as a musician and his sharp questioning of the world around him will serve him well in life after high school. Please congratulate Christopher Galette.
So when Chris got into Michigan State University, he was pretty excited. He had not yet seen the school, and I think it was at a point where we were going to have to go visit the school. We started to set in motion plans to go visit the school. Michigan State is not an easy drive. It's about 550 miles from New York to East Lansing, where the school is located. So we were going to fly, and that's what we did. We flew out there, and it couldn't have been a less than optimal day to go because the weather wasn't great. It was rainy, it was cold. We did the tour, we checked out the campus, and Chris still said, "I love it, I want to go here." So he was super excited. In retrospect, I know what he was excited about. He was excited at the prospect of living on his own for the first time. MSU is a very different place than New York City and than living with your family at home. We rent a van, we pack them up, we get all the things that a college freshman is going to need, and we drive all the way out there. That was a long trip. It was the first time I had seen him excited about going to school, probably ever, because in high school he just didn't have that kind of motivation. He seemed pretty good. He said he was keeping up with the schoolwork. One night he gives me a phone call, and he doesn't usually call, usually text, or we call him. And he called me to tell me that since September he hadn't been keeping up with the work as much as he would like, and that he didn't think he was going to do too well. Something in the voice, the energy was gone. And I asked him a couple of simple questions, which were not necessarily related to school. Now, he's a big gamer, and I asked him, "How often have you been playing your video games lately?" And he told me he hadn't been playing them at all. I knew that was a sign, that was a warning sign, because Chris always wants to play those games, and that he hadn't been playing them for a while led me to ask the next question: how often have you been leaving your dorm room? And he said, not much at all. And I started to ask him, how much have you been eating? And not much at all. I said, if I were to come out there and be there by tomorrow, would that be okay with you? And without missing a beat, he was like, okay. And I said, it's clear to me then that maybe you don't necessarily want to stay here, even though you were trying to be successful and you were trying to make a go of it. It sounds like you want to do something else. And I can't remember the sequence of it, but at some point he said to me, I really want to be an artist.